Hello everyone, I am Dr. Manisha Singh, psychologist, special educator, art therapist and yoga trainer. Today I will discuss on the topic of ABA, Applied Behavior Analysis. This topic is helpful for the student of psychology and a special educator. So let's start with our first slide. Behavior. Basically, behavior is anything a person say or does. In other words, behavior is range of action or mannerism made by an organism. All behavior is communicative. It serves as a function. More than one behavior may serve the same function. For example, in order to avoid something, a child may scream, cry, put his or her head down, or throw things. On other hand, one behavior may be several functions. For example, by biting, a child may express his or her fear or anxiety or frustration of not able to tell what he or she wants. Okay, and then the function of behavior, as you can see in the slide, that any behavior serve one of the following function. First, escaping or avoiding a situation or a task. Second, obtaining a desired object or a result. Third, trying to get self-satisfaction, feel good, self-calm. Fourth is getting other people attention. This could be both positive or negative. Fifth is attempt to get control over the immediate environment. Now the backbone of ABA, that is ABC of behavior. A stand for antecedent, B stand for behavior, and C stand for consequence. So antecedent is the event, stimulus or environment, circumstances or situation that precede a behavior is known as a antecedent. Behavior, the speech or action of a child is known as a behavior. Consequence is the event that happened to the child immediately after the particular behavior is known as a consequence. Actually, ABA is based on a iceberg model. We can see in the slide that the iceberg model of behavior. Physically aggressive behavior is generally caused by anxiety due to some underlying problem. This behavior can be compared to an iceberg. An iceberg is a large piece of ice that has been broken off from a glacier and float on the ocean. This is difficult to judge at depth from a distance. Similarly, we can only see the tip of the iceberg when we see an aggressive behavior of a child. The underlying problem could be has a sensory overload. It could be a social interaction problem. It could be a communication problem, stress and frustration due to his or her inability. So this is the iceberg model, and I hope you are getting my point. Now the ABA. What is ABA? Basically, ABA is an applied behavior analysis, and this is a systematic way of observing someone's behavior, identify the desirable changes in the behavior, and then applying various principle and technique to bring positive and observable change in the behavior. Basically, this is based on the operant conditioning theory, which say that the behavior of a person change as the consequence of the punishment or reward which they receive after a particular behavior. ABA is based on some principle, and the first principle is a reinforcement. Now, every human being feel motivated to do the pleasurable activities while they are trying to avoid the unpleasant one. So reinforcement is a process which increase the likelihood of a positive behavior to reoccur by using any activity, event, condition or an environment. Reinforcement strength the behavior depending on the child liking the reinforcement can be given in the edible form of or any sensory form. And there are basically the two type of reinforcement. First is positive reinforcement and second is negative reinforcement. The addition of the stimulus to increase a certain behavior is known as a positive reinforcement, and the taking away of a stimulus to increase a certain behavior is called a negative reinforcement. Second is shaping. This technique gradually teaches new behavior. This is achieved by the reinforcing the successive approximation or small step of a target behavior. Third is prompting. This technique provides a cue or a hint to increase the probability of the correct responses. There are four types of prompt: verbal prompt, physical prompt, visual prompt, and the fading prompt. So verbal prompt, in this type of prompt, the verbal cues are given in a simple language which the child can understand to follow the direction and respond correctly. Second is physical prompt. In the physical prompt, the physical guidance is provided to the student to perform a particular skill. Third is visual prompt. This includes the use of pictures, gesture, demonstration or modeling to help the student. This is a very much useful technique for the children who have difficulty in understanding a language. Fading prompt. This process of systematically withdrawing prompt and still getting the desired result is known as a fading. Fading is generally perform based and not time based. Verbal prompt are hard to fade, whereas physical prompt are comparatively easy to fade. Next principle is chaining. The process of breaking down of a complicated task into the responses that are linked to one another is known as a chaining of behavior. There are two types of chaining. First is forwarded chaining and second is the backward chaining. Each step is mastered by the student before the next step of a skill is added in the forward direction. This is the forward chaining. Backward chaining. This is the last step is taught first and then each step is added in the backward direction. That is the backward chaining. Last principle is the punishment. Contingent presentation of the stimulus, something which is which the student dislike, immediately following a response student inappropriate behavior which decrease the future probability of the same responses is known as a punishment. So this is all about the ABA and its principle. I hope you all understand this topic very well. In the next video, I'll come with the other informative topic. Till then, bye and please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.